Okay, welcome to another edition of Lion News. It's December 19th, Sunday of 2010, and Lion News can be found at lionnews00.blogspot.com. Okay, what are we doing today? Well, we're going to do a mass mailing. You can see there's a whole bunch of flyers. Well, actually, it's Lion News issue number 4 sprawled out on the table here. We're going to get a bunch of piles set up and then send them out to a bunch of elected officials in Douglas County. And you're going, well, geez, I'd like to send a bunch of information to the elected officials in Douglas County. How do I find out all their names and addresses? Well, it's real simple. Douglas County has on their website a listing of all the elected officials. Gives their name, address, and phone number. All right? So it's all the elected city officials and county officials. So you can see there's multiple pages of it, and each checkmark means I sent them something before. In fact, one lady was so upset that I sent her something, she called me up. She wouldn't say who it was. She only gave her first name, I do believe, and told me that if I ever sent her anything again, she'd call the cops on me. Which, of course, I laughed, and I wanted to get her name, but she wouldn't give me her name or phone number. So I said, well, obviously you're someone I just sent some letters to, so I just looked her back up on the list here and called her back. Well, she didn't want to answer the phone. She wanted me to get on the voicemail and leave some sort of threatening message or something, I guess. And this is before I had the speakerphone, so I had to hold the camera up to the phone. Well, anyhow, I didn't have the camera the first time, so I redialed it again. Dialed up and I asked her, did you just make a threatening phone call to my home? And I gave my name and phone number. And then I proceeded to send her more information that very same day. And you know what? I never got a phone call from the police, like she threatened. See, so there's a bunch of idiots out there are going to threaten you with the cops hoping that you get scared. Well, first of all, I'm sending her legal information. I can send it to her till the cows come home because she's still an elected official 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, until either she resigns or her term is up. So, as long as I send her legal information, she will decide to tolerate it. And if she doesn't like it, that's not my problem. That's her problem. See? So again, you can get this off the Douglas County website. Now, a lot of counties do not have this on their website. So what you have to do is either you have to stop down there or call. What I like to do is, like, say I've got stuff from Swift County, all right? Swift County is a long ways away. I just call them up and I give them my email address. Okay, what they want you to do is they want to say, who is this? It's none of your damn business who it is. This is my email address, send it to me. All right? They're going to say, well, you know, it's our policy, we got to get your name. Well, see, the thing is, policy and law are not the same thing. Policy is what they want you to do, and law is what you're required to do. Okay? If there's no law that says I have to give them my name, I will not give them my name. So what I do is I just give them my email address. And if they say, well, it's our policy, you have to give it, I just say, well, it's my policy to ignore your policy. And unless it's the law, then you better cough up this information. See? So it's real simple. You just take charge and don't take any crap from these people. And if they refuse to give it to you, well, then there's always an alternative, which is tell them you will make sure they get removed from office, or you're going to put in a demand that they get removed from office. We're going to get that in just a minute here. All right? So anyhow, what I do is I just gave them my email address, and I said, well, how long before I get this? They said in about 20 minutes, and I was giving my email address, and for some odd reason, this person had a real difficult time writing down my email address. All right? Well, so then I said, how long is this going to take? He said, well, about 20 minutes. I said, good, then I will be calling you back in 20 minutes. Within 5 minutes, I had the email sent back to me, and I downloaded it and printed it off. See? So don't take any crap from these people. All right? And also, if they refuse to give it to you, you can have them removed from office. Here's the statute right here. Minnesota Statute 351.15, removal of elected county official. Oh, I forgot to tell you, where do you call? You have to call to the auditor's office. They're in charge of all this information here. That's the auditor. They have all this information. So if the auditor or one of their little flunkies gets cocky with you, just say, well, geez, I have a legitimate reason to have you removed from office now. I'll be making up some flyers, going to the county commissioners, demand to have you removed from office, and they'll fix your little red wagon. Okay? So, now to backtrack just a little bit, why is this flyer made up? Okay? If you've been watching my videos, you know that I just went to the county attorney's office here just recently and was trying to get an apology from him making the defamatory statements against me. He copped an attitude and threatened to call the cops on me, so I just said, well, that's fine, because I'm planning on going down to the police and filing a criminal complaint against you. And that's where I was harassed by not only the sheriff of Douglas County, which is Troy Wolbersen, but his little flunky chief deputy, too. Brad Lake, I do believe his name is. And so, made up this flyer, and then we went up to the Douglas County Commissioner meeting on the 14th of this month, and the videos are up on YouTube. You can watch them. And this is what we handed them, demanding that their removal from office. Gives a statute here, and it says that an elected county official may be removed from office in accordance with the procedures established in 351.14 to 351.23. All right, and there's a little handy quote down here that I liked, so I put that on there. The road to fascism and dictatorship is paved with apathy, hopelessness, frustration, futility, despair in the masses of people. It is the fear and complete hopelessness on the part of the masses which ultimately makes them relinquish all control of their lives and turns over power to a dictator. Saul Alinsky, Reveille for Radicals, page 119. Okay? And on the back, we had all the proof of all the allegations that I was making there. So I wasn't alleging anything. I was stating facts, actually. That's what they want to say. Oh, you're alleging this. No, I'm stating clear, precise, and unquestionable facts. See? So these were the reasons why Christopher D. Karpan and Troy Wolbersen should be removed from office. All right? Are you aware that a criminal complaint, case number 10-1340, was filed against the Douglas County Attorney Karpan on December 2nd, 2010 for criminal defamation, Minnesota Statute 609.765? Is that a true statement? Of course it is. Are you aware that Sheriff Wolbersen and his deputies engaged in harassment and intimidation tactics to try and prevent this police report from being filed? Is that a true statement? Of course it is. Actually, these are questions, but the answer to these are yes. Yes to number 1, yes to number 2. 3. Did you know that clear, precise, and unquestionable evidence of each and every crime mentioned here is all on video at YouTube? Found at the channel Arrested Judge Kit? And that is another correct. Yes, that is true. Okay? Here's the clear, precise, and unquestionable video evidence. And here it lists all the YouTube, the titles, and the link to each one. Alright? And at the bottom it says, which is my favorite thing to put on these things, you can't trust any arrest, prosecution, or conviction with Karpan or Wolbersen in office, can you? See? If they aren't going to follow the law, then how do you expect them to enforce the law? They're going to enforce the law by breaking the law? No, sorry, that doesn't work. Alright? So now what we're going to do is we're going to just put one of each one of these in each one of these. So each one gets a complete set. And then put them in envelopes. And then mail them out. So maybe we'll give you a little update when we're putting them in the envelopes. Maybe not. Maybe we'll give you an update when we're putting them in the mailbox. Maybe not. Just depends on how I feel. Okay. But like I said, the best thing to do is make sure. Oh, and also we took this information down to the newspaper and to the TV station KSX and Echo Press. Echo Press, of course, never heard back from them. And KSX, they were trying to boot us out as fast as they possibly could once they found out that we had cameras. It's strange that a television station would hate cameras. Of course, when you're trying to cover up local corruption, then it makes sense that you don't want to have cameras around, because then you want anyone to know that they had proof that corruption was existing. See, they want us to go, oh, I never knew that. I didn't know. See, ignorance of the law excuses no one. Ignorance of the facts excuses. Well, I guess they weren't ignorant of the law, and they weren't ignorant of the facts, because we presented the facts and the law to them. See? Alrighty. Well, we'll talk to you later.